Good morning, everybody out there in Facebook land, especially my group chats, shoptalk.com. How are you guys doing this morning? So, yesterday I sent a little small video out of the unboxing of this here Autel Maxis Ultra. I want to give you guys an idea of how big this sucker is. Here's a tape measure. A full 12-inch screen, 12 inches. That thing is massive. And it is sister. It's basically a sister to the 909 or 919, I believe, the Elite, which is the other version that I have. But I guess the main reason that I purchased this is getting on towards the end of the year, and any of you guys out there that are business owners should know that there's issues with Uncle Sam and taxes and write-offs and all this other stuff. So I had to spend a little money and that we had to get going and hopefully keep our taxes as low as possible. Unfortunately, I'm not a big Fortune 500 company. I cannot go out and pass the taxes on to my customer. I have to pay taxes. I'm not an Elon Musk. I'm not a Bill Gates. But anyway, I've got this little booger set up here. And as y'all can see, this is the startup screen right here when you first get it. You can also use a mouse if you'd like. You can also hook it to a bigger screen if you like, which I have right now hooked to I think this is a 32-inch screen. I just have it set up here in my office at home. And so you can see the little bit of difference. So actually this is a 28-inch screen that I have it hooked up to. Hopefully to help you guys see a little better. I just want to give a little quick tutorial, a little walkthrough about what you would probably end up getting if you decided to purchase this. Now, I can tell you, if you go out and purchase this from, let's get it over here. I'm going to put it on this larger screen so y'all could actually see a little better. Maybe, maybe not. So we'll just get it on this big screen right here and see what y'all can see. Make sure y'all can see it. If you go out and purchase it, I paid $5,000 for this one. I bought it locally. I like to try to spend my money locally. I could have got it $500 less, but I am giving back to society and keeping these other businesses in business as long as possible. Just like me, I like who I like doing business with, most of the time, regardless of the cost. Now, it met my $500 threshold of no more, no less. So we actually did pretty good on this one. You can purchase this one from online from JB Tools. I think that's the lowest ball I've seen out there was $4,495 or what have you. But anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started on this. First off, you can, I don't know if I could use the mouse with this, honestly, but it's a swipe. But I'm probably not going to be able to, but should be able to just open it up without the mouse here. I do like this split screen deal, which is pretty nice. You can go into a split screen or a non-split screen, or you can go into a full screen. I like either or, but I prefer the split screen because I like to see as much stuff as I actually have out there as at my fingertips, so to speak. So with this being a swipe, I think it will. You can only use this you can't. I don't know if I could use it. Well, I can use it to swipe. How about that? So I don't know if I could do it. Yeah. So I just actually, y'all are with me for the first time, me unboxing this thing and literally get to using it and just sitting here playing around with it. I've already set all my information up on it. They've added some things to this. They do have the ADAS. This right here, you actually have to purchase separately. If you guys want it, for you guys that are doing all the ADS stuff on the radars and all that other stuff that you're having to set up, they do have service kits that are available that you can purchase, which is pretty cool. So it is capable of doing the ADAS. And some of you guys are probably actually already using it, which is fine. All my updates I've done, they are completed, and I had to bring it home here because that was a large file right there. Now they still set up. This is still set up just like the Elite, which is fine. The layout's pretty good still. You can still go under vehicle history, which I did hook it up yesterday briefly for one car and then brought it home yesterday. But it's full of stuff, guys. I'm telling you, it's got all kinds of nice little tools and stuff in it, which is pretty neat. But anyway, let's go back over here. You can also still have the services. You got your oil resets all the way to your cylinder, um, cylinder balance test on all these vehicles right here that you can hook up to. More than likely, which I don't have a car here today that I'm hooking up to, but it's just full of information, full of bidirectional testing. You can do your keys after treatment. You can check your windows if the car is applicable. You can go into the instrument cluster, which they're calling a human interface machine now. You can do brake bleeding, battery monitor resets. It's just a ton of information that you automotive service technicians use. Now, you can also, which they have added, which is an in-vehicle test for a battery, which is pretty cool. I don't have my the VCI here hooked up to a car, but that thing is massive. It's actually a 4-channel lab scope too as well, which I like. You can do in car or you can do out of the car. It will also give you the hookups and everything once you hook up to it. But right now, I was going to walk through a let's see if I can find it here. Demo. So we're just going to pick out the GM. You know, they break all the time, so we'll just pick out the GM right here. So one of the things that I do like about this thing is you'll see here in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. For you guys that know this, you're going to have to hit read VIN. It will pull up the VIN. You hit OK. She goes right on in, and guess what? She's scanning for everything on the vehicle. And then, of course, over here, it still asks you for RPI codes, RPO codes at times you have to pick. And if you could scroll, if there's enough information, you can scroll, make sure this is all you got. VIN number, everything the vehicle is supposedly tagged with, which is cool. This is what I like. The topology tree. It's pretty neat. You can actually hit for fault scans, and it goes through each individual module. It actually checks it twice, which I think is pretty neat. Once you get through that, if you want to do a report, you can skip the odometer reading if you want. I highly recommend you add all the information in it that you can, that it will save that vehicle and you can go back and search for it later. So this one right here, we have a total of 5 codes, it says. We got the heated coolant pump, ABS, brake booster, remote speed, limiting signal. Y'all kind of know what that one means for sure. Lateral acceleration, control module, transmission fluid temperature sensor. This, like I said, it's a Chevrolet. It breaks. When it starts throwing stuff, it throws all kinds of stuff. It also gives you over here cleared or failed since the last diagnostic trouble code that was run, which is pretty cool. You can actually come over to here, go directly to whatever control module you want. You can go to hot functions over here on the far left, and you can pull up one of these particular vehicle service resets that you like to do. Also go and check the profile on the vehicle. And we're going to go back to auto scan. And the other coolest thing, let me do a fault scan again. I think it'll bring up, this right here is one of the neat things that they have in here. I don't know if I can do it on this one, but we're going to find out. Yeah, we can. Auto intelligence. All right, so you actually have a list of technical service bulletins that they have added for you, which is pretty cool. They have, I'm going to show you another place, which is pretty cool too. This is some repair tips that they come across. This right here is a component measurement device. This is take you back over to the lab scope. It'll show you known good waveforms. So it has a waveform library, which is pretty cool. We'll hit this one right here, and we'll watch it function and work. Now, this thing's got tons of different settings on here to set it up. Your divisions, your amplitude, all of this stuff you can actually set up. You can speed it up or you can slow it down. You just have to set your scope up to what you guys want to set it up to. We're going to go back over here, and if you actually look over here to the waveform library, they actually have the particular vehicle and the purpose of it. This is a canister purge. It'll show you a canister purge solenoid, a known good pattern, which is pretty daggone neat. And all of these right here, you can see it says good. So these are actually good waveform patterns. You can scroll and find pretty much anything on these cars. I hadn't seen anything that wasn't in here. Here's one on a Volkswagen. Waveform that's good. Let's see what this says. This purpose of this combined the two signals wire for this is a throttle motor control. So you can actually see this. That's pretty cool. they got this thing going on. So they've done a really good job of putting in a powerhouse of information for you guys out there, which is a real good thing for me. I like the auto intelligence. Let me back out of here. We're going to go back again. We're going to unload this car right here, and we'll get out of this, and we're going to go back to the home page here. They have support. If you need support, you can do training. If you want to do training, I think they have videos in here on YouTube. You can go through their training guides on through their YouTube channel if you want to do such as that, which is pretty cool, which I will definitely be doing because I don't know everything. I'm very good with a scope, but this is their scope, and I like to know how they like to use their scope, which is pretty cool. They have quick links, which is cool. I will be adding my all data, and I will be adding Identifix to this here screen, which is pretty cool. I can do everything from sitting inside the driver's seat there. They have the TSTs, NAFTA. You guys that excuse me, that like National Automotive Task Force, then y'all can sign up with them. A lot of you guys use these folks in here. I just think there's too many arrogant people in here for me. They're just they want to be the nerdy of the nerd, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some of them you can talk to, some of them you can't. IATN, IATN's in here. NAFTA, TST, EIT. They just got tons of stuff you can add for quick links, which is pretty good. You can also sign up and put you can use it also on your Facebook link. You can add your Facebook link. You can put your profile and stuff in here. I did find a place in here where see also it's inspection camera. If you have an inspection camera, you can use it with this thing. And they also go back. You can also use Google Chrome, which is pretty cool. You can pull up the internet on this thing. You can do pretty much anything with this particular tool right here. And I kind of like it. I hadn't got to use it a whole lot yet because, like I said, I just have unbolted it out of the box. And it felt like it was bolted in. That box they put it in was unbelievable. So let's go back over here to Maxis. So they have the VCI manager. Mine's already connected, but it's not connected now because it's not connected to a car. And I didn't bring it in here, but I'm fixing to go and step out of this room and go pick the VCI up because that thing is massive. Also, like I said, you can go back in and do tons of different bidirectional tests. It's just an all the way around decent tool for the money. Snap-on is wanting, anywhere from $8,000, $10,000, $12,000 and don't get nowhere near half the information that these guys are putting out. But I was one other place I wanted to show you, if I can find it here. I think I have to pick a car out. So let's go back into demo real quick. Demonstration, and I think we'll just pick a Ford this time. We'll go to standalone. When you go back over to the other, look, when y'all guys are picking this out, it'd be nice to do your repair order or set up the car information. That way you don't have to do it again when it does come in the door, and you'll already have it back, especially for repeat customers, which is pretty cool. We're going to read the VIN. We're going to hit OK. One other thing I found in here last night while I was fooling around was, let's see if I can find it. Give me just a second. I'm just going to say yes, it has a Sony stereo because I don't know. But we're just going to say it does. We're going to hit fault scan. I think you have to hit fault scan before you can go to the intelligent diagnostics, which is pretty cool. And this topology tree is only for cars that are equipped with it, guys. It ain't going to be for every make and every model out there. I'm sorry, it just ain't going to be. They also have wiring diagrams in here, maintenance and component locations. I wanted to see, there was a place in here. Also, they have diagnostic, this right here. That is diagnostic analysis if you want. They also have repair assist. I can't do it with this, but the repair assist is another page that opens up on the internet. I wish I could find it. I wish I could get it to pull up. You can also take screenshots of this thing. It's just tons of different things you can do with this particular piece of equipment, which I think is pretty neat. And this, like I said, this is just a quick walkthrough, hopefully. And I want to be able, I can't remember what, I was playing with it last night. And we're going to hit escape out of this, get out of this. Go back to home. I don't know what this OEM authorization is. It's not set up yet, or no data. Maybe it's stuff that they're going to add later. I'm not sure what that is. Maxis Mall. I'm not sure exactly what this is, but you can enter up to your information there. I haven't researched this to see what this is. I do not know, so I don't have a clue. And let me out of that. Let's see. Is it support? Viewer. Quick link. Remote. Quick link. It's not under. I don't think it was under quick link. You can also go to the Autel home page if you'd like, but this is just a quick walkthrough. I'm looking for something in particular that I can't remember where it was at, and I'm gonna go in under here, just like I'm picking a car up, standalone. Okay, and it's not gonna let me do it because it's not hooked up, but we'll hit OK anyway. You can do a manual install if you want, and just be done with that part of it. Data manager, it's data manager, same thing as on your other one. You can do images if you take pictures of it, which I haven't taken any pictures. For reference, you can do data logging, you can do reviews, you can even do PDF if you want. If there's any apps on here that you've done install, they have customer support. They have tons of different things in here, which is pretty cool. I wish I could find that information real quick, because I thought it was last night. I thought I'd be able to go right back to it, but I didn't, and I can't. But like I said, it's pretty much the same layout. It's just a different animal with split screens. You could also do split screen with your oscilloscope. With your data and your oscilloscope, you can actually do split screens. So if you got automotive data pulled up over here, and you got, I can't do it that way, but let's see. Let's go to, let's see if I can do this demonstration. We'll go to demonstrations. We'll go to GM, pick a GM out, we hit OK. So then we'll go to OK, read the VIN, and we hit OK again. I'm going to pull up some data of this demonstration mode right here, and we're going to hit OK. As soon as it allows me and tells me what to do here, I'm going to hit OK. All right, we're going to scroll, and we're going to hit fault. Wait till it gets through talking right there. And then we're going to hit, we can actually come over here. You can actually click this, and it'll tell you what controller it is too as well. But I actually want to go into a controller right now, and we're going to pull up transmission control module real quick, and we're going to hit let me get out of this so I can see everything that I got here. So back here, live data. So information is a plus. We're going to have to do solenoid valve, and we're going to hit this oscilloscope if you want to get it to come up. You can do split screen with your oscilloscope and with your data that you're showing here. You can also still click the 4 or 5 that you want, or 10, and you can show the one. You can actually hit the graphs on them. I pick too many, y'all. Hang on. We're just going to show selected just these right here. And I don't know if I can graph it. Nope, can't graph it. But anyway, you can also graph this stuff right here with this oscilloscope to see that they are working as they're supposed to as far as the component, which is pretty cool. You can do just a ton of different things with this. And they also have a help center. It also just, guys, I'm telling you, it's just tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of information. The split screen is really sweet if you're using the oscilloscope and live data at the same time, which is really, really, really nice. It helps you achieve pretty much everything that you want to achieve when trying to fix this. Line pressure controls, you can do bidirectional tests, and I mean, it's just unbelievable stuff. You can turn things on, turn things off, ramp things up, do it with a oscilloscope, voltmeter, ohm meter, or whatever while you're looking at your live data, which is pretty cool. Which I think is, and it's going to be a time saver. It's actually going to be a game changer too as well. There's probably other tools out there that's more capable, but for the money, I don't think you're. I think you're not. I think it's way better for the money that you're spending out, especially when it comes to a lot of these things that are extremely expensive. Extremely expensive. If I was hooked up to a car, I actually went into where they had kind of like an intelligence diagnostics where you can go in like Snap-on. They have known good fixes from technicians and stuff out there. Now this thing pretty much has every automobile under the sun. You have your American brand, you have the European brand, and just 3 pages of European brands right here. I mean, just 3 pages of it. Jaguar. For you guys that like Lambos, hopefully you do Lambos. I worked on a Hino, and so I know it works really well on a Hino. Here's the Hino over here, which is I've been there. Those are the wreckers and stuff. So I've done. I've never worked on every single car out there, but I've worked on a heap of them. And having the tools of your choice, and actually having these tools right here at your disposal, is really worth the money spent. So as I get more and more familiar with it, and as I use it more and more, hopefully I'll make a few more videos. Until then, all right, guys, y'all take care.